The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, Akanksha, am I audible? Hello, Akanksha. Hello. Hmm. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Shall we start the demo, please?
Yes, Akanksha.
Okay. Kushbu, can you please confirm?
Your screen is visible and you are also audible. You can start.
Good. Perfect. So let us quickly run through the new mobile app which we have launched as with the name Invest, right? If you look at the screen, so I just downloaded the app. So I'm starting from the very first screen, which once you download the app from the Play Store or App Store, you will be landing up on this page. So if you're a new customer, you can use the sign up CTA or open an account and open the new account. If you're an existing customer, you can use your existing credentials, which you have with HDFC Securities. So once you finish up the login, you will be landed up on the dashboard. So first thing first, I would always suggest so that next time you don't need to use the 2FA or the passwords and the OTP flow. I would always recommend use this Touch ID or Face ID depending upon the iOS or Android. Enable that so that next time you don't need to wait for passwords and OTP to come over and you will have a faster login. Once your Touch ID or Face ID is enabled, so next time onwards, you will be able to quickly log in. Let us quickly run through the dashboard. So in the dashboard, if you ask me as a financial domain expert, everyone has different financial needs. So some people may, are with the behavior of a typical investor, wherein once in a month or so they come, they want to quickly just have a gist of their portfolios and once some few SIPs here and they're good. Some might be a typical jobbers, some might be the traders, some might be the people who are more into the derivatives. So in this new map, we try to cater the need for everyone, and most importantly, we have given a lot of hyper personalization so that you can customize and personalize the app based on your own trading pattern. So whatever the type of trading pattern you have, the basic necessities are already there, and plus you make it based on your own comfort or usage basis. So I'll just quickly go through the dashboard. If you see on the first block, this is the portfolio, wherein different assets classes wise, sector wise, what portfolio do you own it, different investments, whatever you have made. Then the first thing what we as a investor or trader wants to know how the market is performing, what are the kind of trends which is happening right now. So whether you are an equity player, whether you are a future, whether you go with options, so maybe you want to go for the build ups, long winding, short widening. If you are a typical in equity player and you want to, rather than go for price, I may go for the volumes. So whatever kind of player you are, you have markets information upfront available on your fingertips. If you are more of an advanced trader, then you have the advanced screener right up available in the dashboard itself. Wherein if you see, you have almost fundamental, technical, charting based, price, volume, shareholding based, fundamental, all type of screeners. So roughly 200 plus screeners, live screeners are available for you to use. Okay, so if whether you understand the charts or not, still all those technical signals, technical indicators, moving average, crossovers, everything is just on your fingertips, so that it will keep on scanning the market, and wheresoever that signal is getting triggered, you will be able to see on which particular stock this signal has triggered. Back to the app. If I come back from the screener to app, your portfolios heat map. These expert picks are our recommendations. So if there is any recommendation on your holding stock, this is available upfront. plus other informations, other recommendations, whatever we have, some stock SIP ideas for you. If you want to go for basket investing, so some good baskets wherein multiple diversified investments you can go through. If there is any open IPO available, so IPO information. And this is the best part, if you are the one who follows some of particular big players, let's say for example the Jhunjhunwalas, the Damanis and all, and you want to replicate the similar kind of wealth, so and you are a hardcore fan of those and you want that, okay, I'm the follower of them and I also have to invest in the similar stocks or the same stock. So this information is right away available. I'll just show you the for Radhakrishnan Damani. Just for an example, if you see, this is the holdings he has. So which stocks he recently in this quarter purchased, which particular stock he has quit, where he has increased the holding, where he has decreased the holding. So all his holding details are here. So if you have to invest in those stocks, you can always pick and choose. If not just Radhakrishnan Damani, maybe more such players, so you can go through the list, find your own idol whom you want to rely upon and go through their holdings and replicate their portfolios. And just go back to my dashboard, the recent market news, your own goal planning, different kind of goals you have, and according to those goals you want to create your wealth, so you can utilize this option. Different calculators, some learning videos. So all this is when you enter into the app, immediately available on the dashboard. Now as I said, you can personalize it. So if you look at that option, there is a personalization, because sometimes what happens, we don't want to see so much of an option. Depending upon on my own trading pattern, I want to see some information upfront, something I may even don't want to see it, or maybe something I don't want to, if it is on the third page, I do not want to scroll it. So I can do all that off on, or shift it up and down. For example, the market news, I want to look this market news upfront, because that is the first thing I want to have a look. So for an example, I'll just show you. Now if I go to the dashboard and come back, so immediately I'll be, first thing which is visible to me would be the market news. So you can customize and personalize. If I come back to now watch list. So in the watch list, this is we provide 5 user defined watch list which you can create, and some are the ready-made watch list. If you see the portfolio one, which we have in the old app too, but the new ones, if you see, there are Praram equity, Praram derivatives, and the Nifty Bank Nifty and the mutual fund. So I'll start with the HDFC Praram equity. So if you don't know where to invest, or where do you want to play with which stock, so these equity Praram is the list wherein we have the research on those equity stocks. So whatever research we have open, all these stocks are going to be part of this Praram equity. So that means these are the stocks wherein we have something to tell you. You can share, you can have these details in the mini get quote or the get quote. I'll run through in some time. Similarly, for the derivative, if you see, so these are the derivative costs which we have given today. So either you can go to the research section and have the particular research and their in-depth details. Similarly, you can have the same details in the Praram equity or Praram derivatives. If I go to any normal watch list, the difference from the old app to new app, I'll try to highlight that as well. If you see in some of the stocks, you see this event. So if there is any event happen on any stock, it could be your gainers, it could be price loser, it could be 52-week high, 52-week low, bonus, a split, dividend, any of the corporate action, any of the big price change impact. So you'll be able to see that highlighted within the watch list itself. Say for example, if you see Infi, so there is an event which is a top loser, as well as we have given a fundamental recommendation on this stock. So this information is right away available in the watch list itself. So whenever any new research comes over on any stock and you are tracking that stock, you will be able to see within your watch list. You don't need to separately go to the research section and have a look. How do you create a watch list? Simply, you can create a new watch list, give a name. You can use the manage watch list also to, create any new watch list, update any new watch list, or delete, or make a default watch list. If I go to the code page, so there is a big difference into the get code page. Across the app, whenever you go to any stock or a derivative contract, you will see this mini get code. You just tap on it. Okay, you just scroll it up. So now you will be able to see a comprehensive get code page or a comprehensive stock page, which have all the information available on your fingertips about a particular stock or a contract. Example, if you see the basic price information on the first block, if this stock is available for the, I'm so sorry, I have to bear with this sore throat. Just one second. Yeah. So on the overview page, the basic information about the stock, like your market depth, your key statistics, you can tap it or left or right swipe it. The performance of the stock, all that information. And below that, the basic pivot support resistance. So that can help you to figure out whether you should hold it or further accumulate it. If you go to the future, so above you will be able to see the uh, basic your equity stock, wherein your next forthcoming three contracts you can see in the future tab. In the option, if you go directly, you will be landed onto the option chain of that particular stock. So this would be your latest expiry, the last expiry, which is current expiry running over. You can change these expiries from here, from this drop down. By default, you will be landing on the ATM price, and you can scroll up or down to look for the other expiry, other strike price contracts. You can directly buy sell from here, any call or put. If there is any research call published by our research team on any stock, that would be available in this research section. If there is any news about this stock, so it could be your news headlines, your buzz blog deals about that stock, so you'll be able to see it in this block. Since it is a stock or get code page, it is the last leaf. So we tried to provide you all the maximum possible information about this stock, so that this will help you to take the decision whether you need to buy or sell the stock. Let's say if I go to the event, so whatever events or announcements, which could be NSE, BSE announcements, their dividends, board meetings, AGM, EGM. So anything whichever happened into that particular stock, you'll be able to see the history also. For example, you need to know, okay, this stock has, whatever dividends this stock has provided till now. So all that history is available. When was the last board meeting? What was the book closure dates where this stock not was not available for the book closures? Now, if I go to analytics, so this analytics would be a peer-peer comparison per se, wherein you can track your stock based on the fundamental content. Example, their basic fundamental ratios with their pair comparison or with the trends. I'll just walk you through one by one. If you see the first tab, this is the ratios. So these are the basic fundamental ratios in terms of your EPS ratios, debt, PAT, quick ratio, dividend yield. You will be able to see the first column, which is your current one, the last one, and vis-a-vis you can compare it from the previous years. Similarly, the same stock, if you want to compare in the same industry, how this particular stock is performing. So Basis on the same ratios, you will be able to see, other companies, other stocks which are into the same sector, and vis-a-vis this, how this current stock is performing. This will help you to entice you to take your decision for buy or sell. In terms of when we go to the trend analysis, so you can see the stock trends in terms of the revenues, EBIT, EBITDA, or the net profit. When we go to the stock fundamentals, so let me go to financials, wherein the stocks shareholding patterns, its results, the current results, the previous results, standalone or consolidated results, again the latest one upfront, and the previous one along with it, and you can compare it with the previous years or quarters. The best part would be your MF holding, because sometimes what happens, there are stocks wherein the research team has also not any open research available. You might hold these stocks either in your portfolio, or you might heard about these stocks from someone else. So now how do you decide whether this stock is good or bad? So this is a small, input from our side, wherein we are trying to help you out, that okay, this particular stock, how many big players or how many mutual funds have invested. So if big fund managers are investing in it, that gives some confidence to us as a individual investor, yes, that we can park our money in that particular stock. So if we see, so who else, whatever the funds have invested in the stock, how much money they have invested, what is the kind of percentage holding, or how many shares they hold it, and when did they made this investment, all this information would be available for you. And the last one would be the basic company details, their board details, their backgrounds, their auditors, their address, etc. Across there, one more thing, you always have a buy and sell on swipe. So either you can go to want to place order, you can use the buy or sell through the swipe, or you can use this mini get quote. If you see on the bottom, there are buy and sell buttons, so you can utilize any of these two. So maximum times what we do is we want to look for our portfolios. We want to have our own watch list wherein we are tracking the markets. We want to see the research, or we want to check our position. So these all 4 5 things are given in the bottom footer menu, which are most frequently used. Rest of the things you will be able to see in this menu. If you look in the left hand side corner and you click on that, this will give you your hamburger menu, that will give you all the details, and the rest of the menus are available there. I'll just quickly go to the order first. Whenever you land to any page for the first time, that will give you the basic information. If you see on the screen, that is a kind of a help book. So that when you land on the very first time in the app, that will help you to figure out that which option is where. Say for example, if I go to your order book, your trade book, your net position, open position, all that is there. I'll just move to the portfolio. You see this nudging, just to help you out that okay, these are the options which you can use to navigate this particular page. You can run through this whole journey, or you can skip it. So your portfolio details, different asset classes wise portfolios, and individual stock wise details. You see, if you need to know more data points about the stock, you can just tap on that. So similar to mini get quote, you have all these details along with your day's profit, current value, average cost, price, invested value. So some of the important information is right away in the main block. Some more information if you have to see, you can just tap on it and it will give you the details. If you want to see the portfolio transaction details, which is there in the current app, you can click on this view transactions. So that will help you to see all the transactions, whatever happened in this particular stock, in terms of buy, sell, corporate actions, whatever happened in this particular stock. Your demat balance, go to research. So as we have the strong research team with us, we publish this research on the equity, derivatives, mutual funds, all three sections. So if any stock which you hold or the schemes where you have invested in, if there is any research published, so you'll be able to see it upfront so that you don't miss any important research on your own holdings. That is there on the portfolio also. If you see the events and the research, if you see across there, wheresoever you are, you will be able to see those events and research across. Similarly, if I go to research, your equity research, derivative research, mutual fund research, in this research section, it is very much aligned to our current app, wherein the research details are available. If you go to the details, you have all those details and the research report, which you can, download and read. Now, if I go to the menu, you see you can personalize. There are two themes. You can use the app and day theme, light theme, dark theme, or light theme. Any of these themes. The first section you see is about yourself, wherein you can see your own personal details, address, all your privileges. Next section gives you the fund details if you have, and whatever fund details, and if you have to go for add fund, if you're a non-PO customer, you can use this section for adding the funds through UPI or net banking, both are available. Below that, there's a whole menu section. So important ones, as I said, we have given upfront. Rest all are here. So in the market section, if you go, so that will give you the same first block, which is a screener block. This we discussed in the dashboard also. The same thing is coming over here. So your gainers, losers, 3-day runner up, 5% cap up, gap downs, all these things. If you go to the future, so in that case, based on the positions, based on the volumes, based on the position buildups, all that is available. Advanced screener, the same what we saw on the dashboard. The important events which are lined up in this week, so that if there is any dividend is announced, any particular board meetings, and if some important corporate event is happening, so you don't miss that buzz. The FIDIS trends, bulk block deals, and the market news. If I go to the IPO section, so in that same IPO section which we saw on the dashboard, the same IPO block is here, where in any open IPO, you'll be able to see upfront. In the one click, you can proceed for IPO application. If there is upcoming, any IPO is going to come over your IPO book. Immediately, you don't need to go here and there and figure out where is my IPO history. So you'll be able to see it, all the IPO related details then and there. Research section, so we'll open the same section which we opened from the bottom footer menu. I'll go to mutual fund. So this is a dedicated page for the mutual fund, wherein you have all the mutual fund related information. Example, who all are the top performing funds where you can start your money, wherein you can start your SIPs or lump sum investment based on a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 years performances. If there is any new NFOs coming over, so what all new NFOs are there in the pipeline, and you can purchase those or invest in those NFOs. Who all are the top particular AMCs in the basis of their top AUMs. Our research, MF Reckoner is right away available. You can search any particular scheme if you want to get invested into any scheme, or you can use the categories which we have created for anyone to easily figure out that okay, I'm the kind of a high risk high return trader, so I'm ready to take a high risk, but I'm expecting high return. So probably in that case, what all schemes I need to invest in, either the lump sum or SIP. So what are the options I have? So you can choose any of those options. For example, I'm looking only for the tax saving scheme, so maybe In that case, if I go to tax saving, so that will recommend me a lot of all these options wherein from the tax saving perspective, I can start parking my money. I missed out one thing. I haven't shown you the order, so let me show you the order flow also. Order flow, we try to keep it very simple across the app. You just swipe it to buy or sell. One second, there's some lag in the screen. Yeah. So in the order entry, if you see, you have all the, we try to keep it very, very simple. You just choose the kind of exchange you want to start, placing your order. You want to see the market depth. After coming to order book, so you can look at the market depth, choose your product type, the quantity, the order type, and the price, and just initiate the order. Now you are the one who want even faster order, kind of person who generally plays, let's say, I don't want to go for all these options. Generally, I play into, let's say, NSE or let's say BSE. I generally trade into 5 quantity, 10 quantity, or maybe I'm a derivative player. I generally trade in 5 lots. So I don't want to every time I don't want to put so much information. So as I started my information on the app is about personalization. Let me take you there once again. If you go in the preference, you see this order. So let me on this order setting. Now, based on your own choice, you can customize that. Okay, if I try to place a cash order, or if I, in that case, generally I place in the NSE. This is the kind of validity, this is the kind of quantity I generally go through, or for the buy or sell. Or let's say if it is a F&O, generally let me try it. Let's say I generally play on the five lots. So I just, and that too in the margin. So I just applied it. Now if I go and let's say use a stock contract and let me place a buy. You see all these informations are pre-filled. So now my order is fast and it's not like that I can't change it. So whatever majority actions you are doing, you can customize it once, and you always have that option that okay, I don't want to go for 5 lots. Maybe I want to go for 2 lots, 3 lots or so. So accordingly you can personalize it. Search. Okay, search. If you see in this search, this is a huge difference in terms of the older app and new app. In the older app, we used to have a basic combination. Okay, I'm going for this particular type of equity or F&O. Herein we try to accommodate it as more of a smart search. So whatever way you keep on writing, let's say I'm just placing Nifty. I don't know the date. Maybe I'm looking for April's expiry. So the way you keep on adding the stocks, it will keep on filtering. You know the stock name, you don't know the exchange symbol. So you know the symbol but don't know the name. So you can search it like DMart or Avenue, whatever way you want to search it, it will give you the information. Plus, there's no specific sequencing required. Let's say I am looking for Nifty CE, Nifty call. So by default, it will start for all those Nifty calls. So that will minimize your efforts in terms of searching. Plus, if you are very sure, let's say I'm not looking only, since I'm looking right now in the all. Let's say if I'm only looking for, let's say, futures, equities, or options, so you can choose that. Specifically, when it comes to the ETF, there was a lot of people we heard the problem statement for searching a ETF. It was a good pain. So we tried to solve that problem here, that ETF search is kept very much separate, and again the smart search, you can start searching for it from, from the name, from whatever information you know about that particular ETF, you can start searching about. So you don't need to exactly remember those names. I'll go back here. Stock SIPs. So the same SIPs which we have on the dashboard, similarly, we have a stock SIP dedicated page. You can create your NSIPs. Functionality is exactly what we have in the older app. The same functionality is carried forward here, wherein you name your own basket. You know what kind of amounts or quantities you want to create with. You want this SIP to be weekly, fortnightly, monthly, daily. Give those information and initiate this SIP, so that next time onwards it would be a recurring SIP which is going to get triggered. The global investing, basket investing, NCD bonds, insurance. The same functionality is what we have in the old app. The same is going to be is getting carried forwarded into this new app. Now the privileges is somewhat smarter, wherein let's say if you want to have you have some privileges and some are not. For example, if you see I do not have a currency derivative privilege and I want to opt for it, so I just can enable it. It takes me to that journey wherein I can do the required options, whatever the information is required to register for this particular privilege. I can furnish that information. Let's say I'm looking for this and proceed. So it will allow me to register for this privilege so that next day onwards I'll be able to use it once this request is approved. I'll go back to now the setting part. In the settings, this setting page will help you to personalize your app. You can change your password spins. You can enable, disable your touch IDs. You in the preference section, if you go, so you see the current landing page, which is your default landing page, is your dashboard. So now let's say you are more of a trader, you don't want to land onto the dashboard. Probably you want to land always on the orders so that you know your positions, you can always quickly navigate to your positions. Or vis-a-vis, you are more of an investor, I don't want to land to the dashboard, probably I would prefer to land on my portfolio. So you can choose where on which option you want to land in, or maybe the research, maybe the watch list, maybe portfolio, wheresoever you want to personalize it, you can personalize so that next time when you log in into the app, by default you will be landing on that page. The dashboard settings, if you see, so these are the same which we discussed as I shown you to, realign the market news or maybe, off on some of these things. In the general settings, if you see, this is important one, because when you see on the watch list, by default you see the Nifty and Sensex, but not necessary that everyone is going to use Nifty or Sensex. Maybe I want to use Nifty Bank Nifty. I'm more of a option trader. I trade on the Nifty Bank Nifty. So next time I want to see Nifty Bank Nifty, there can be somebody who's more of a commodity one, and I may not want to go for Nifty Bank Nifty. Maybe I want to see for Nifty and let's say the some other particular sector. So you can personalize all this. Going to settings, preferences. In this, you can see which two stock or which two particular indices you want to see always in the app, either from the NSE or from the BSE. Let's say Nifty 500, or BSE 200, or maybe Nifty or BSE matters or mid caps. Basis on your own choice, you can enable, disable it. Orders, one part I have shown you, wherein you can have your pre-filled orders. Now the most important, or the best part about the app, especially for the traders, I'm highlighting, this is your Zap order. Zap order is the fastest possible one-click order. If you enable it, I'll take the same example of the derivative. If you see what I have said, that by default it will open 5 lots. And if I enable the zap orders and click on apply, so next time whenever I go and try to place the order for any of the derivative contract, let's say I'm again taking any of the Nifty futures, you see directly my confirm order came over. I don't need to go to order entry, fill all these parameters, and then click on the submit, and then this confirmation stream comes, and then once I confirm, then the order goes to the exchange. So it is directly, it took me here. If I have to modify it, I maybe, one time I have set, but if I want to modify, I can always use this edit and go back to this screen. But if I want to place a fastest order if possible, this is the option. Within a Ziffy, your order is gone. I hope that makes a lot of sense, especially for the traders community or for the option players. All the help related section wherein you want to understand how any feature is working, you wanted to contact us, you want to give some feedbacks to us. All these things are available in this help section, so you can uh, take the help of it. If any notifications which we keep on sending, so you'll be able to see in this bell icon. So whatever notifications on information we'll send to you, so you'll be able to see in this. On the top right, you see this bell icon, you'll be able to see it here. So I'll take a pause here. I would love to hear some questions if you have, and then I'll proceed. So, you know, if anyone has any question. I see a question from Samarth. What are the main differences between HDFC Sec and Invest Right app? I hope, in between the discussion, I tried to explain what are the differences between the old app and new app. If your question is answered, not answered, Samarth, please feel free. Okay, I do see one more question from Samad. Do we have to add fonts separately here, unlike the other app? So, if you use our existing app, also there also the same functionality is available. That is, if you are HDFC Bank POA customer, you can use the hold release. So you don't need to, separately add funds. And if you are a non-POA customer, definitely you have to transfer the funds like other apps and then use the trading. Okay, I see some more question. How to put stop loss in the app? Okay, just one second. I hope my screen is visible. Yeah. So I go to the order entry. Let's say again, I try to place a buy order. One second. Let me, you know, off this app order so that I can show you all the options. Just one second. Let me off the zap order and pre-fill both. Yeah. Again, trying to place a order for Wipro. So in the order entry, stop loss is also much simplified. If you see the order type, we have kept it very simple. Just if you want to place a market order, simply just market, no price, all done. If you are placing the normal limit order, you just put the quantity and price your limit order. For stop loss, a simple stop loss order or a stop loss market. If you want to place, you can use the SLM. So rather than going to a different option in the order type only, market order, limit order, stop loss order, and stop loss market order. I hope I answered your question, Mr. Tiwari. Okay, how do you know the 52-week high and low? So to answer this, if you see across the app, there is a always you see one event. So if any stock is making any 52-week high, you'll be able to see it here. And that is across that. So wheresoever that stock is available, you'll be able to see. Plus, you can use the market section. From the market section, you can go to the advanced screener, or you can use the from the dashboard, the advanced screeners. And from there, if you see in the intraday gainers, losers, day, week, month, particular industry or sector wise, day wise, month wise, quarter wise, 6 months, 1 year, all that is available in the expert screener. You'll find much more such screeners. So, I would recommend you can go through this once again, once we finish this webinar, and explore all these options, because there are 200 plus screeners available. And 52-week high low is one of that. Uh, okay. So next question I see is from Samat again. What is the main intention of the building the app other than the UX upgrade? So UX is just one part. If you see, it is not just a UX upgrade. It is a lot of this app has tried to hit all three possible aspects. One, which is your user experience, which you already noticed. So thanks for that. Second part is in terms of the features, functionalities, and simplifications, wherein people will be able to have all the information available on the fingertips, so that you don't need to go to 10 different places to take a buy or sell decision. This is the second part, and third part is definitely the technology wise upgrade, wherein we have used the latest and the word based technologies to make it more faster, smoother, and available for everyone all the time. The next question I see is from Mr. Vishwanath, SLBM. Okay, so Mr. Vishwanath, SLBM is right now, as of now, immediately on the first drop, because this is just we launched it. So as of now, it is not available, but definitely this is in our roadmap. And trust me, guys, this is just the first drop. We just started. There are a lot more exciting features are going to come in this new app. Any more questions, queries? If we have, please feel free. You can put your questions in the question box. Okay, how to switch to new app from the present existing. So since it is not a web, so if you look at the on the platform per se, we have launched the InvestRight web and InvestRight app both. So in the web, there it is easy, you can switch from the old to new. There is always an option to toggle. But when it comes to the app, from one app to new app, you can't switch. So basically, these are two different apps. As of now, yes, you can download both and use both the apps. Over a period of time, we'll 100 totally, move to the new app. So how to download the new app? I'll just share the QR on the screen, which you can utilize and download the new app, or you can go to the Play Store or App Store. I'll just quickly share. 1 second. Just search for the InvestRight. You'll be able to see HDFC Securities InvestRight. So right now, both the old and new, both the apps are available on the Play Store and App Store. Mr. Ranjit, what about existing app? Will it discontinue? Yes, it will. To answer your question, but is it today or tomorrow? No. For few days or for some time, they'll be both the apps are going to coexist together, and then we'll take a call that when we want to stop the old app and move to the new app. This would be too early to comment on that. But definitely we'll move to the new app and then switch off to the old app. So I hope answered Mr. Ranjit and Paras. Okay, so not too many apps. To be honest, we are trying to even consolidate. So that is the reason everything will finally will subside and collate to only InvestRight Web, which is one trading platform for the web portal or website players, where you can say a desktop players, and one app for the use on mobile. Nothing, no more platforms. It's all consolidations. Yes, for few days I can definitely understand, because it would be old app, new app, old ITS, new ITS. I can correlate to, but it's practically also it's not possible that everyone get comfortable with the new app on day one. So this is some time we'll take, wherein we'll keep on updating the knowledge tech to the customers, to the RM, where everyone gets comfortable to the new app. They'll get used to it. They know how to start using it, because some, since the user experience is changed, some information placements are also moved to the different places. So once everyone is settled, definitely we'll shut off for the old app and the old ITS. We'll have only one platform for the web and one for the mobile. If any new features, functionalities do you expect us to build, I'll be more than happy to take, because your feedbacks makes us understand what is required by you guys, which are top 2 3 things which you want to see in the new upgrade. Because this is just, as I said, we just started. There are a lot more features are in the roadmap we are coming up with, and we'll try that every month you will have something new, something more exciting to help you in your tradings and investments and build your own wealth. So if you have any inputs, please feel free. Please do share.
Yes, thank you, Akanksha. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to all the
Thank you.
customers.
Thank you.